Hello guys, welcome once again. In this video we will see what does final keyword do in Java. So for example, I have a class called hello and I define a variable public final int number, and I have added final to the variable declaration. What does this final declaration do in front of any variable declaration, or in front of class declaration, or even in front of method declaration? They have different meaning whenever you add it with the variable or a method or a class. So let's see what does this keyword mean. So the final keyword has numerous way to use. When we use final keyword with a class, this class cannot be subclassed. When you use final with a method, this method cannot be overridden by a subclass. And when you use final with a variable, it can only be initialized once. Okay, so first of all, we will see this point, that if you declare a variable as final, it can only be initialized once. Okay, so I have declared a member variable which is public final int number, and what's here written, it can only be initialized once, right? So for example, I declare a constructor with the same name, and I'm going to initialize this value in my constructor. So number is equal to 10. Okay, so I have initialized it only once, right? Now I will create an instance of this class in my main method. Hello is equal to, or hello hel is equal to new hello. And what I'm going to do is I will try to assign the value to this number, hello dot number, once again, right? So for example 20. Okay, and when I run the program or compile the program, it gives me error, and the error says the final field hello dot number cannot be assigned, right? So once I assign this variable which is final, then I cannot initialize it once again. Okay, so if I comment this, this will compile perfectly fine. So it has compiled perfectly fine, but if I try to reinitialize or reassign a value to a final variable, then it's not allowed. So generally, you whatever value or whatever variable you want to declare it as a constant, you can add final keyword before this. Okay, now the first point, the final class cannot be subclassed. When we will learn about inheritance, we will also learn about what is subclassing. And what this subclassing means is you can have the properties of one class into another class by the means of inheritance. So for example, I have the student class, which whose property I want to use it, or property or member variables or member method inside my hello class. I can use it like extends and then student class, not this one but student, not this but this student, right? And this is totally fine. If you write extend student, this means that we are inheriting from student class to hello class, and this inheritance we will learn in the further video, but I want to show you what this final keyword mean, right? And when we compile the program, it will give us the error. And what is the error? Final cannot be initialized. Let's comment this and then once again compile the program, and it compiles totally fine, right? Because student class is not final, right? So if you add this final keyword before the declaration of a class, for example, I will write public class student. Instead of public class student, I write public final class student, final class student. So I have made this class as final, right? So if I made this class as final, now see what happens. It shows, whenever I compile the program, it will show error. And what is the error here? The type hello cannot subclass the final class student. Okay. So whenever you declare a class as final, you cannot subclass it from it. Yeah. Okay. So you cannot extend from that class. Okay. And the point in the middle, that the final method cannot be overridden by the subclass, this we will learn when we learn how to use inheritance and how to use overriding in a class. Okay, so just remember these three key sentences and you will be good to go. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.